breaking news into Texas Tech men's basketball is Grant McCasland will be looking to add a new assistant coach to his coaching staff for the 2024-2025 season, as Coach Dave Smart will head west to take the Pacific head men's basketball job. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast. And if you haven't already, like the video so you can stay in the know as soon as the news breaks for everything Texas Tech men's basketball. And if you want to even go deeper into it, there's one other step I need you to do. Head on over to the scarletandblackinsider.com and sign up to stay in the know even more when it comes to Texas Tech men's basketball. We're giving you the latest updates when it comes to the transfer portal, the latest coaching search for Grant McCasland when it comes to the assistants he may target and which Tech players could potentially see what's available in the portal. So if you haven't already, head on over to scarletandblackinsider.com, sign up, and the best part about it, your first month is just $1 when you use the code SBI. Again, it's scarletandblackinsider.com, and when you use the code SBI, your first month is $1. All right, this was kind of shocking news, I think, to some in terms of Dave Smart leaving the 806 and heading west to take the Pacific job out there. Well, on the Pacific side of the coast, right? First and foremost, let's get this out of the way. Congrats to Coach Smart. Coach Smart is legitimately one of the nicest guys that I've heard anyone talk about in this Texas Tech men's basketball program in my time of having connections inside the program, covering them, creating content. Literally everyone I have talked to about Coach Smart has just had great words to say about him. They loved the guy. They loved how he communicated, treated people, just an overall great human being. So from a human being standpoint, congratulations to him on getting this specific job. Now, as for Texas Tech men's basketball, let's just face it, from a selfish perspective, this sucks. Coach Smart is one of the best coaches, not only in America, but just globally in basketball. And don't take my word for it. Grant McCasland had a quote that we'll read here in just a little bit when Dave Smart was hired just last offseason about how he felt about Coach Smart. But let's get into what Texas Tech is losing when it comes to the fact that, well, Dave Smart is leaving, because that's one of the deals that is really big right now for Texas Tech, in the sense of I'm not worried about Grant McCasland finding another great assistant coach to come in and help the program. But this is a big loss when it comes down to it. We're talking about the winningest coach in Canadian basketball history, over a 900 winning percentage, over 650 wins. Okay. This is one of those deals where you can see it at the bottom of the screen right now. He helped develop so many guys for Texas Tech, whether that was Kerwin Walton, Pop Isaacs, Joe Toussaint, the list goes on and on. He is one of those just gifted minds when it comes to basketball and understanding how to communicate properly and also put guys in a proper position to succeed on the offensive end. He's a guru. Let's just call it what it is, and it's a great hire for the Tigers of Pacific. It sucks for Texas Tech, but there's going to be a lot of quality candidates that Grant McCasland will go out and try to add to this coaching staff. I mean, just think about it. Dave Smart was one of the guys that was added late in the process last year. You got Chogi, you got Matt Brower, you've got obviously Barnwell as well. Now you're going to add somebody else. That was a really good core, and I didn't even mention Buff in terms of the general manager standpoint. There's a really good foundation when it comes to Grant McCasland's coaching staff, and he will have the opportunity to go out and get somebody that is a really, really good coach. There's no doubting that. But I wonder where they go in terms of the philosophy aspect of this. I would assume it's on the offensive end because of just how great Dave Smart is there. But let's talk about what Grant McCasland said in terms of, well, last year when Dave Smart came to the 806. And for those that don't know, Dave Smart has a really interesting story, okay? Again, the winningest all-time coach in Canadian basketball history and one of the best basketball coaches in general that we've ever seen, regardless of nationality, okay? He's also a guy that worked in the NHL, the Ottawa Senators, and did various things for them, including giving speaking arrangements and all kinds of stuff in terms of player development. from that perspective. He is regarded as one of the greatest coaches in basketball history. And don't take my word for it. Go listen to Jim Boeheim. Go listen to Coach Cal, two coaches that he played often when those teams made trips to Canada, and he actually beat them. So there's that. But this is what Grant McCasland said about Dave Smart. Dave Smart is one of the greatest coaches in all of basketball, Tech head coach Grant McCasland said. We are thrilled to have him as part of our program. Coach Smart's ability to win speaks for itself, but his understanding of how to help people grow is what separates him. We are thankful to him and his family to come to Lubbock. Now, again, that was last year when Coach Smart was hired. Now he will head out to the West Coast, and take over a Pacific program that, well, they need an overhaul. He's got his hands full. Now, when it comes to Texas Tech, I think that there's a couple of ways you could go. Obviously, offensive is the clear cut, in my opinion, where they're going to go. But I think they have to get a good communicator as well. That is pivotal for Texas Tech to get that. And not to say that Grant isn't a good communicator, or Chokey or Matt or Luke. And those guys are really good communicators. But you need to get a guy that has that understanding that communication is a huge part of this from a player development standpoint. It's interesting to me because the name that I think some people will throw around if he does not get a head coaching job elsewhere is Ben McCullum. Is that going to happen? I don't think so. But it is a name that I would not be surprised thrown around if, and only if, this is a huge if right now because he's been linked to other head coaching jobs, including the Drake Bulldogs. Maybe that connection there because, again, if you remember last offseason, Grant McCasland and him have a really good relationship that dates back to the JUCO days of Grant McCasland's coaching career. Now, there's going to be numerous names thrown out there, and if you want to stay in the know on each and every one of them, it's really easy. First and foremost, like the video here, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. And if you want to know even more just instantly, snap of a finger, head on over to the scarletandblackinsider.com where you can get your first month for $1 when you use the promo code SBI. Again, that promo code is SBI, and join the most engaging group of Texas Tech fans on the internet and one of the fastest growing platforms to get Texas Tech information. Austin Massey's doing a great job. Jacob Harris is doing a great job. And I like to think I'm doing a great job, but I'm trying my best, people. Trying my best. And that's all you can ask for. But if you want to join that community over there, head on over to scarletandblackinsider.com. Use the promo code SBI to get your first month for $1. And here, we're still going to be giving you videos left, right, and center. And we will keep you up to date about this assistant coaching position for the Red Raiders and who we hear Grant McCasland is reaching out to from across the country. I think this is going to be a nationwide search, and I think there could be some really interesting names thrown around. So if you want to stay in the know on that and have daily Texas Tech men's basketball updates when it comes to the portal, recruiting, and everything in between, including the coaching staff, I need you to do 3 things for me. Not 1, not 2, but 3 things for me. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to join the largest group of Texas Tech fans here on YouTube and the most interactive group of Texas Tech fans here on YouTube. There's no other YouTube channel in the Texas Tech space that is giving you breaking news videos as it happens. Once again, Dave Smart out as Texas Tech assistant, not because he was fired, no, because he leveled up. So give a round of applause to Dave Smart. He got his own program. It will be at Pacific, where he has taken the head coaching job there. It does suck for Texas Tech, but a huge shout out to Coach Smart and his impact on this program in year number 1 of Grant McCasland. Every time I spoke to somebody within the program about Coach Smart, every word was glowing. He's one of those guys, but Texas Tech, they're going to be looking for a new assistant coach. And if you want to stay in the know and know who the names are, 3 ways to do it. One more time before we get out of here. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to stay in the know right here on the Back to 12 podcast channel.